Alright, everybody. Hello. Welcome to my channel, even though, most of the viewers are not, from my channel. This is just, my channel. I was going to lower this. This is just my chance to tell my story, I've told it before to you guys, if you guys are part of my channel. So you probably, want to click off it now, because I'm just going to be repeating myself, pretty much, Brienne just texted me. I'm gonna. If you watch the video, I'm gonna hit you back. Don't worry. I want to finish this video. I was a bad kid. I was a bad guy. Bad. Very, very bad. I've been bad. My first real arrest by police was 13. I was 13 years old, and it was basically a burglary. But I didn't enter the house. It was stole like a dirt bike and a bicycle, and got caught a couple days later, and after that I started robbing houses, not for drugs, just because I was a bad kid. I mean, I threw a stick and cracked someone's head open when I was 7 years old. I had to go to like a counseling place, day reporting center or some shit, whatever, on Middle Country Road, where you hang out with people that are bad like you, and there's like some older kid like my age, or like 20s or something. I'm older than that, like maybe 25-year-olds that are hanging around there too, and they'd hang out with you. I had to do stuff like that, and see a psychiatrist, because that guy got stitches that I used to fight my whole life, ever since I was a kid. And obviously from that you could tell, but it was even before that. I had a behavior problem, and it wasn't because I was raised wrong. I was raised great. My parents were great, They still are, I'm living in their house right now, shouldn't be, and I am. I'm just trying to get back on my feet, I'm here to tell a quick story about this bad stuff I did, but mostly I want to get to that, so I'm going to kind of hurry this beginning part along. Yeah, I did a bunch of burglaries, because I'm an idiot, and I got put away. I had a choice to go to prison for kids, kids prison, I forgot what the name of it is, or a long-term treatment center. So I took the long-term treatment center. I was in there from January 9th of 96 to March 5th of 97, and got out, and I was smoking weed and all that stuff, doing ecstasy. I'm not gonna talk about drugs. I've done everything, but I'll leave that out of this story. Right after, in 97, I think, yeah, in 97, I went and robbed another house, and I got ratted on by the other two guys, because they got caught, I don't know, fingerprints or some shit. They got caught and they told on me. So I got another burglary. They all were copped out to attempted burglaries. You know how they do. And, well, some of you don't, but, some of you don't. And, that they gave me the, choice again. Prison. Now it's oh no, I'm lying. I got felony probation. So I did that, and I messed it up. I kept violating, and they said go to a rehab or you go in prison. Because you just go to jail, then to prison. You don't just go right to prison for anything really. You just go to jail and then prison. But I picked a rehab. I got into a fist fight in there, so I left there and went back to court and said I wanted another place. I didn't like that place. It wasn't my fault, all that shit. Got into Apple. I don't know, people from Long Island, I don't know if you remember Apple. I was there when Phoenix House bought it. You all know that from Long Island know about Phoenix House. I was there during the transition. We had to learn, we knew the Apple philosophy, then we had to learn the Phoenix House philosophy. But then they messed up, made it co-ed, and I started sleeping around, and I got put on a chair, and I left, and I had to do jail time. Got released, eventually found my ex-wife, and I was married. I was dating her for a while. Found out she was pregnant, so I married her. Did the right thing. The baby, my daughter's birth and the wedding were like right next to each other. Like right after my daughter's birth was the wedding, and my daughter was in it. Little baby, cute, very cute pictures. And a little bit after, I got a divorce. You know, we separated. It was my fault. I'll admit it. It was my fault. I neglected her. You know, 'cause there's reasons. Like, I have a problem. I can't put up with certain things. Like, if someone, I'm not, that's it. I won't put her personal life in there. So it was my fault. I'll leave it at that. It was my fault. And we separated and got a divorce. And I was good when I was with her. I mean, I got arrested for robbing air conditioning condensers, but, you know, I paid the bills. You know, she was pregnant, and, you know, we had a brand new car, you know, I'm a plumber. Well, I can't be now. But that wasn't enough to cover the bills. I was getting scared, so I was like, I know a contractor that buys those. When I take them, I'm going to do it again. She didn't want me to do it. She was crying. And I was telling her, it's all right. And I got greedy, and we kept going back. Because I was like, yo, we'll grab 10. Because I would get $400, $500 a piece from them. But I told the guys we would get $75. So 10 would be $750. We'll split that. You know, I would have made a ton of money. I would have made $4,000. But we got caught. And I told the guys, we only got caught in the vehicle with nothing. And the guy, I was like, don't say you did anything, because we don't have nothing on us. And blah, blah, blah. And they wound up saying everything they did and told on me, even though they were just about to let me leave. You know what I mean? Like the precinct, you know. But they fucking broke the softer guys down. So I had to, what'd I get for that? I got bailed out, and I got misdemeanor probation after a year fighting it. I didn't show up, just go to court and adjourn it. I got misdemeanor probation because if they don't indict you after a certain amount of time, they can't indict you. You know, and without an indictment, there's no felony. So I got misdemeanor probation, screwed that up, did the jail time. And then I got 09, 08, I started robbing houses again. And I robbed about I don't know, maybe 25, 30, you know, from the end of 08 to the very beginning of 09. And I got arrested for April 09 of 2009. And I came home in 2011, like the end, all November. And by March, already back. And after that, I came home, and right after that, I went back up again. I was only home combine that for 5 months in 2012. That's it. And there was that split in between it. You know, it was 3 months, and it was 5 months basically. And after that, I did my violation, and that little time where I was home, I robbed another house to help someone out. And I thought I was only doing a year violation, so, you know, I'm chilling. I'm only doing a year, everything's cool. And it wound up turning into 5 more years added to it when I was almost done with my violation, because they brought me back down to Long Island and finally hit me for the burglary, because I cut my hand on the window, so they traced the blood to me. So you gotta give you DNA once you're a felon. And, you know, basically I did 10 years. And that's what I'm saying. I did 9 years. You know, I came home in 018, but then I got violated for having my own meds on me. My own meds. I beat the charge. While I was fighting the charge, I got violated for that anyway, because I broke curfew, they said, because I was in the Brentwood barracks overnight. You know, the state trooper barracks. Because they're the ones that arrested me. But that didn't make sense, because I can't tell them I have a curfew. Please don't, you know, that don't make sense. So I was fighting all that. And while I was fighting it, I was killed by somebody. I don't know. I can't see how I'm showing you. But basically, if you see my finger, probably, all that is a fake skull. It's from a computer. You know, it's a 3D printed skull. What happened was, I was walking, I'm on the second floor in Yaphank jail. And I'm walking, I'm not going to tell you exactly 100% because I got a lawsuit, going on. But, I'll tell you, I'll generalize it for you so you guys can understand what happened to me. I was walking by this guy's cell, and he came out with a freaking haymaker, a sucker punch, ran out of his cell. I didn't see him till the last second, because I see someone with a fist. Last second I seen it hit me in the eye. I fell that way. My head hit the bar, so I didn't fall down to the first floor and crack my neck and body and die. that knocked me out. I fell backwards like a puppet with the string cut off, and I landed on the back of my head. The front of my brain bounced off the front of my skull. I had a seizure, and then I died. You know what I mean? After that, they brought me to Brookhaven. I don't, this is, my family's telling me, obviously I'm not awake. I'm out. I was in a coma, medically induced coma, for like a little less than 3 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. And they removed that much of my skull because they had a thermostat sticking out of my head because my brain was swollen, and the doctor asked my mom, I think he had to call her because she needed a little rest. Like, can I do what I got to do to keep him alive? Do I get your permission? Because your son's not going to make it. Even with all the meds I have him on and what we're trying, it ain't working. Your son's going to die if his brain is swollen too much. I was like, do everything. Whatever you got to do to keep him alive, to keep him alive. Cut that part of my skull out, threw it out. It swelled up, like, to that part, where it passed my other skull. And then it contracted. And then when they, after enough CAT scans and they thought it was fine, I woke up, and they were going to do a 7:30 eval on me. That's like a crazy eval because I was literally really crazy. I don't really remember it. I think that was my brain just being so messed up and coming out of a medical coma. I think that's why I was incoherent. I was making noises, shooting at anybody who visited me with fake guns, beeping my heartbeat machine, like beep, beep, for hours, even if those people visiting me, like, so they thought I went crazy, like I lost my mind. And thank God I didn't, I'm right here. But, I wound up doing like a year in the hospital, basically. They did the surgery at Brookhaven, and then they brought me to Peconic Bay in the police ward of the civilian hospital. That, everybody was an inmate that was in this hallway. You couldn't just get in that hallway. All the nurses could, and stuff. And basically, I had no skull for a while. Like I could touch my brain through the skin of my head. And, I had permanent brain. I have permanent brain damage, frontal lobe damage, and other brain damage. The stuff I got to deal with. My memory shot. I don't want to go too much into it, but it's shot, done for. I can remember some stuff, but you guys that have watched videos before with me, I have like the letters of everything I got to do on my door so I can remind myself. I even got a freaking calendar so I can write everything because I write on that calendar that's for the house, so they can't write nothing, And I write in my school bag. I go everywhere with my school bag because that's my brain. Like, it's ridiculous. And since you guys are watching this anew, stay with me. This is how big of a Tupperware I take of meds every day. And they had these two. Some is for mental health. The rest is to keep me alive. And they wound up finding out another problem I had from the brain damage was sodium secretion deficiency disorder or something like that. Like where a diabetic has a problem keeping his sugar levels at the right number. I have that problem with the sodium, keeping sodium levels. My hormones are all messed up because of my brain. I'm on testosterone, because my testosterone was way too low because, my brain, my everything's screwed up. So I take gel every day, but I take sodium every day too, because that's another brain disease, because it's not the kidney I'm peeing out all sodium. I just am not producing or holding. It's not right, and you die from that. You have a seizure and die when it hits too low. My numbers were hitting like 118 when they didn't know about it at first. When they were doing blood work on me, and then they figured it out, and then they started giving me the medicine. And at one point recently, even up to recently, I was taking 9 grams, 9 pills a day, 9 grams. You think you take a lot of sodium, like the sodium that's in the soup seasoning? That's milligrams. I take 9 grams, but I recently been taking less, and my numbers have been good. So anybody who's got any brain damage, I want to give you some hope. I don't believe doctors. Like if they said that stuff is permanent, or all my brain damage is permanent, and I don't think so. And I also have a problem, a lot of problems but one of the main problems is I sometimes can't, not sometimes, too much. I don't shut up. I can't shut up. I love talking. I just I just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I get yelled at from my own family. I get told by doctor, I just talk. And I was never like that. I'm more of a guy that just lays back, checks out his surroundings, and slowly gets to know people. Prison, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't act like this. When I was younger, a little kid, I probably was like, rah, I was like, I wanted attention on me, but I didn't want no attention when I got older, And even if I did want attention, talking, is not the way to get, it's just talk. I have a problem, like, that's a problem. And I'm doing it right now. I'm rambling on, so let me stop talking about that. I'm probably missing a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't want to make the video too long. But, all this shit is wrong with me. And they finally put a skull back on in August last year. And it was a 3D printed skull. It was from 3D printed computer. And for a while, it looked like a grapefruit of liquid. It was basically brain fluid. They were calling it spinal fluid. It was like brain fluid that was squeaking through the two skulls. And I'm part of the 10% of people that have that problem. Like, first of all, I'm part of the 1% that survives what I went through. I shouldn't survive. But then I'm part of the 10% that they get that from any of the skull placement. Like, usually it don't happen. So I had like a grapefruit on my head. So I had to go through another surgery. As a civilian, I had to go through another surgery. That's why, like, if you look at my old videos, I have like snow hat on indoors. I was covering up the grapefruit. But after they got that, a couple times they had to take some out with a syringe. And, I'm looking, it's been a while. Nothing came back. So, because they were going to do another surgery on me where they were going to put a shunt from my brain to my gut. So instead of it going out there, it would just go to my stomach. I digest it and digest it. You know what I mean? I pee it out, digest it. And, I just deal with it. I just deal with my problems. You know what I mean? I do the best I can. Ever since I've been home, I've been home since March. I just stay in my room. I don't have friends, really. Like, no offense to anybody. It is like, you guys are my friends, but nobody, I don't go out and hang out with nobody, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. Nobody's my hang out with friends. I got no friends to hang out with, and I don't know. And this COVID thing messes it up, because I'd be out at places where you can socialize more. And, I got the lawsuit going, because the seal is supposed to close the doors. It's a rule. And they never close doors. It's like jaywalking. They never do their job. I grieved them for not walking and won. They didn't do the security walk for like hours. But also the doors were left open, and that's a rule. That's a no-go. And this guy wouldn't have had the opportunity to sneak up on me in that cell and run out, and sneak me like that if they followed rules and closed the door. I had the, cell doors locked. But I'm not going to go into all of it. There's more. There's way more. But, I'm trying to get by. I'm thankful I'm part of that, this group, for the people that are part of this group, I know there's probably some other stragglers that are going to see this, but for the group, because I want to be able to talk. I hope I get to make friends, and, because I'm open to anybody who wants to talk. That's why I always say, if anybody needs to talk, if you're going through something, or if anything, you just feel like just talking. You may not be going through something, but you just got to talk to someone. I'm here. I sit home. If I'm not at the doctor's, where I go to the doctor once or twice a week, it's crazy. I'm just in my room. I do the best I can for my room. I have my virtual reality device, the headset, with the controllers that, you're in the place, in the game. I got a sick computer, so I can play 3D just with that system, the Oculus Quest. 3D, VR. Like, you could turn around and see everything. Like, it's not 3D, it's VR. But I could play also the VR games that are on the computer through Steam. So not only do I have the games that that company, Facebook, actually makes, owns Oculus now, but also I could play what, other sites, programmers make that VR games. But that's all I do, and I make YouTube videos. This is my also my, I guess, my hobby or my way of socializing. But that's it. I just try to get by. I really just try to get by. I got just a little bit of pro left. Well, it's probably a lot to get you guys that don't get in trouble, but for me, it's not. And I'm doing what I got to do. And everything's gonna be fine. I think everything's gonna be fine. I shouldn't say I think. Everything's gonna be fine. Right now is the day before Christmas Eve. I celebrate Christmas Eve like it's Christmas. All my life. And, Christmas we celebrate with, like, extended family members and stuff. But, Christmas Eve is my Christmas. And, so I hope you have, anybody watching this, I hope you have a good holiday. And everybody just enjoys themselves, sees any family members they may have wanted to or haven't seen in a while. Because of this COVID stuff, I know everything's rough. And some of you might not have even people over because of the COVID stuff, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, for you that are part of the group that don't know, this is all prison tats. I got tats running all the way up, it's basically almost, it's bare spots, but it's a sleeve. I got hearts on my ribs and my chest, my feet. I got more skulls. I got my daughter's name. All prison tats. That's it. I don't got no original tats. I got my piercings and shit like that. Regular shit. But I hope you guys enjoyed my story. That was just a quick version, even though it was 22 minutes. Probably not quick to you guys, but that was as quick as I could do it and let you guys know, who you're dealing with. I'm here to help. I changed. I learned my lesson. 10 years of my life is all you're going to get. You know what I mean? You're not going to get 10 years in a day out of me. I'm done. I'm done committing crime. I'm done doing all that. I think differently. And it's hard for me to think sometimes due to brain damage. So, I like how there's a group where people can understand and some of you can actually even literally relate, so that's a good feeling too. And, yeah, that's it. I won't hold you up anymore by trying to find more things to say because I don't shut up. So I hope you all have a good Christmas day. And, that's it. Bye-bye.